pressure line method or C line method. So in today's session, I'll be discussing about the problems over pressure line method. So without wasting time, I'll be discussing the problems so that we'll finish off the first module in today's session. Okay. And the question for I, as I told you, the whatever I'll be covering to today's class, that will be there in the internal. Okay, even I have shared the assignment part also. So you go through the questions, try to solve, and in that if you get any queries, you can ask me. Okay, so I'll share the screen for the problems on the pressure line method. Okay. Okay. So I think the screen is visible. So we'll start with the explanation part now. Okay. So we have here now, yes, a PSC beam. The statement is given. A PSC beam, 100 mm by 300 mm, is pressed with a straight cable with eccentricity of 50 mm and processing force is 75 kilonewton. Okay. Span of the beam is 5 meter. Total load inclusive of self-weight is 2.4 kg per meter. Determine and plot the pressure line at support, quarter span and at mid span. Okay. So we have to determine the location of pressure line, where it leads. Okay. So as I told you, first note on the given data, eccentricity is given, the pre-stressing force is given, load acting over beam is given, and the span of the beam is given. So you have to calculate the properties, area, moment of inertia, Z. Okay. And after that, okay, as per the given loading, we have the span 5 meter with 2.5 meter of 2.5 kilometer per meter load. Okay. And this is the cable. This is the cable provided with the eccentricity of 50 mm. Okay, this is the cable. And CGC is nothing but what? The center of gravity of concrete. As I told you, CGC is nothing but the center of gravity of concrete. Okay. Now you have to find out the lever arm A is the distance by which the pressure line C, this is C, shifts away from T due to the movement. Okay. So as I told you, okay. So when beam, okay. So this we have the CGC, center of gravity of concrete, and a cable. Okay. So when a cable carries a force, a tensile force, which is nothing but the pre-stressing force. Okay. And as per the compatibility, there should be opposite force to this. So that is called as the C, the compressive force. Okay, which is developed by concrete. The T is offered by the tendon, and C will be offered by concrete, which will be in compressive zone. Okay. Now, so we have to find out what is the distance of this. What is the distance of this line, which is called as C line or C, the concentration of force, compressive force C that we find out. So that is nothing but A. So this distance is called as A, the lever arm A. So what is that? The lever arm A is the distance by which C shifts away from T. So the C shifts away from T. You can see the she is shifting that away from T with lever arm A. Okay, and that is with respect to movement at the particular section, whichever section you consider, at quarter span, at mid span, at support. The concentration of force C, it will shift away from T with respect to the movement. Okay, as the movement at that particular cross section. Okay, how to get that now? With respect to movement, here it is given. A is equal to M by C. Right? Because what is C here? What is C? If I say C is equal to or M is equal to C into A. Correct? Yes, anyone? Is it correct? What is the moment at any section? M is equal to C into A. Is it correct? Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
M is equal to C into A. The C is the compression force which shifts away from T. Okay, to form a compatibility equation or to resist the movement. Okay, so where I can write M is equal to C into A, force into distance, force into lever arm. So from this we can easily find out what is A. What is A? Okay, and for that the movement is very important. Movement at particular location. It may be at mid span, it may be at support, and it may be at quarter span. Now this we have to find out what is A. The location of pressure line, the location of C line, the location of C, the locus of pressure line or the locus of force C. Okay, that you have to find out and we can get from this. So that is the limit A, which is calculated by using M by C. Okay, and therefore then what will be EC? What will be EC? EC is the distance from CGC to the C, compressive force. EC is what? A minus E, A minus C. Okay, A minus C. So EC is the distance from the CGC, that is the center of gravity of concrete, to the center of compressive force. Okay, that is the limit EC. Okay, then now we have to find out first of all for support. What is the location of pressure line at support? At support. So at support we know M is equal to 0. So therefore A will be equal to 0 and EC will be A minus C. So EC, it will be minus 50 mm. What is that? EC, eccentricity for compressive force. EC, eccentricity, compressive, eccentricity, compressive, eccentricity of compressive force. So that is EC. So it is minus 50. Minus 50 means you have to understand. Negative means it is below CGC. Negative means it is below CGC. Positive means above CGC. CGC is nothing but center of gravity of concrete. Okay. Then we have at quarter span. At quarter span. Okay. So therefore, the span, the quarter span is 1.25 meter. Span of the quarter distance is 1.25 meter. Then load is again 2.4. So you can easily find out M. Either you can find out by this formula or you can calculate by taking moment about quarter span. Okay, that also you can do it. So we got the moment as 5.625. So therefore, M A is equal to M by P. M is 5.625 into 10 to 6 divided by P. The pre-stressing force is given. So therefore, it is 75 mm. The lever arm is 75. Therefore, EC. Therefore, EC is equal to what? A minus E. A minus E. The eccentricity is 50. A minus E. So it is 25 mm. Now you understand it is positive. Means what? It is above CGC. The pressure line is moving above the CGC. For support, the CGC was below the, for support section, the pressure line was below the CGC. But if you move towards center or if you move towards mid span, the CGC is lying above the CGC. Line, the pressure line is lying, is going up to the, or it is going above to the CGC. Okay. Now we'll move on to for mid span. Okay. So for mid span, the moment W is equal to 8. Okay, so A is equal to M by P. So we got A as 100 mm. So therefore EC is equal to A minus E, 100 minus 50, 50 mm. Then we have to plot this now. Our aim is we have to plot the pressure line diagram. Okay, now we have this. Okay, so please concentrate here how to plot. It is very important. So we have the beam here. First you draw the beam, longitudinal section of beam. उसके बाद first you have to locate CGC. This you have to locate CGC. It will be the center of gravity of concrete. It will be in the center for rectangular section. Okay. Then what you have to do? You have to draw the tendon. You have to draw the tendon, line of tendon, which is at a distance of 50 mm from CGC. 50 mm from CGC. Now, as I told you, from here to the pressure line, for example, this, if I consider this is A for midspan. Okay. Then what is AC? This is AC for midspan. This will be AC. AC. Okay. So what is A? What is AC? A minus E. A minus E. That will be AC. Is equal to A minus E. Okay. So अभी देखो. First case at support we got it is minus 50. So you can see, as I told you, below CGC it is negative. So we got at support. So this is the support section. At support we got eccentricity as the value of EC as minus 50. So that's why it is negative minus 50. So this is minus 50 at support. At quarter span we got EC as 25 plus 25. So we have marked first point at support. Next, at quarter span you have to mark. So we got it is 25 mm. So we have to mark. Then you have to come to midspan. Midspan again it is 50. So you have to mark. This side also you have to mark. This side also you have to mark. Okay. Then what you have to do? You have to join these points. You have to join these points. So this is nothing but pressure line path or a C line. The alignment of C line. Okay. With respect to given data. Okay. Do you have any doubts here? किसी को doubt है in this problem? How to locate the pressure line? See, this is same as force concept method. I have solved similar type of problems in force concept. It is same. किसको doubt है? Anyone having doubt here? Yes, please. If you have any doubt, please ask. Aziz, any doubt? Aziz? Yes. Chetan Khoth. Chetan Khoth. No, sir. Okay. Very good. Kiran Lakshanatti, any doubt? Kiran? No. Okay. Is there any problem with your mic? Why you people are not talking? Your direct?
No, sir.
Okay. So, thank you. Just a minute. Yes, किसी को डाउट है इस क्वेश्चन में? अल्तोफिया, एनी डाउट?
No, sir.
ओके, चलो ठीक है. So I'll go with next problem. Okay. Now we have second question in this. So the given question is a PSC beam 250 mm by 300 mm is stressed by a force of 450 kN at 60 mm eccentricity. At 60 mm eccentricity. The beam supports a concentrated load of 68 kN at the center span of 3 meter. Locate the pressure line. Neglect self-weight. Now again you have to locate the pressure line. Okay. So we have the given data here. Now at mid span, the load will be, the moment will be WL by 4. Okay. So here it is. The concentrated load is 68. Span is 3. WL by 4. So therefore A is equal to M by P. Okay, M by P. Then we have it is 94.44 mm. So therefore EC. Now it is very simple to get again quarter span. You can calculate the moment M by P. So we got EC as negative 12.78. So this is, you can see now. Now we'll see who will answer this. In the first problem, the pressure line was parabolic, and here the pressure line is like the triangular portion, the triangular shape. Why? Can anyone answer? Why like this?
Sir, it's point loads.
Yes. Others? Yes, others? Anyone?
Yes, sir. In the previous problem, sir, it was a UDL acting, and in this problem, it is a point load.
Yes. So see, it is important. The pressure line reflects bending moment diagram. That is very important, because the pressure line, the point what you are locating EC, those points are with respect to M, because A is equal to M by P. Correct? See, you can see what is A? A is equal to M by P. Correct? So what is M? M is a moment. So moment is with respect to load again. See, everything is correlated here. How you calculate A? A is nothing but M by P. How you calculate M? M with respect to load. So load, whether it is UDL, concentrated load, single concentrated, double concentrated, it depends. In short, it is correlated. So what? Ultimately, the pressure line reflects the bending moment diagram. Clear? समझ में आया? Jyoti, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is like that. So यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे, so we have got in the mid span, the EC was 34.44, and at quarter span it is 12.78. So after getting these points, you join with a straight line, because it is a concentrated load. So for concentrated load, the bending will be triangular shape. Okay. So this type of problems you may get, and we have another problem. Okay. So that will solve. This is the half solved here. So I will solve with other method, that is will solve live only. So just a minute, I will share the screen. So before that, I'll read the statement of the problem here. Okay. So what it is given here. Yes. A PSC beam 100 mm wide and 250 mm deep, spanning over 8 meter, is stretched by a parabolic cable with precessing force of 250 kN, with 0 eccentricity at support and 40 mm at mid span. Okay. The beam supports a line load of 1.2 kN per meter. Determine the position of pressure line. Okay. So यहाँ पे the cable profile is parabolic. That you have to understand. The cable profile is parabolic, not straight. Okay. So note down the given data. So they are given the eccentricity at mid span it is 40, support it is 0. Okay. So note down and calculate the other properties. We have this, and bending at support 0, bending at quarter span, and even the bending at mid span. That was okay. But for calculation of EC, देखो यहाँ पे only the eccentricity at midspan is given. Okay, but how can you calculate EC? Because EC is equal to A minus E. Okay, here you can calculate, but how can you calculate quarter span? So for that, you can use this formula, calculation of eccentricity at quarter span with respect to eccentricity at midspan. Given eccentricity at midspan, with respect to that, you can calculate the eccentricity at quarter span. So you have to use this formula, 4hx by L square into L minus x. Okay, 4h is the eccentricity at this, x is the quarter span at given distance, wherever you want to calculate with respect to midspan, you can calculate. Divided by L minus x. So at quarter span, we have the eccentricity is 13 because it is parabolic cable. It is not straight cable. It is parabolic. So here we got the eccentricity as 30. Okay. So we got eccentricity E at support it is 40, at midspan, at support it is 0, midspan 40 and quarter span 30. So chalo, calculate and let me know if you have calculator. Please, you have, see, मैंने यहाँ पे आपको मोमेंट का वैल्यू भी दिया है. So you can calculate EC and let me know. चलो, make it fast. Can you do it? Yes, can you do it? अरे कोई तो बोलो. Yes, I'm audible ना? Bharti? Hello.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay. Can you do it? Other students कर सकते हो क्या? It is very simple because you have what movement. So calculate A m by P. Then calculate EC A minus E. कर सकते हो क्या नहीं? अरे ज्योति?
Yes, sir, I'll try, sir.
ट्राई में अरे इसमें
सर,
क्या ट्राई
करते
करेंगे? हाँ अजीज, तुम्हारा आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. अरे डोंट नो नीड टू कैलकुलेट आल्सो, डेल डायरेक्टली आंसर. आपको कैलकुलेशन कैलकुलेटर में मार के डायरेक्टली बोल सकते हो. देखो एट सपोर्ट m is 0. Okay, so therefore what will happen? A is also 0. At quarter span you calculate A का फॉर्मूला क्या है? m by p. A is equal to m by p. कैलकुलेट करो. A is equal to m by p. m is given 10.8. आपसे पहले मैं कैलकुलेट करूंगा. चलो, it is very simple. Why to wait? Okay, m is 10.8 into 10 to 6. 10.8 into 10 to 6 divided by p. P is given 250. P is given, yes, P is given 250 kilometer. Okay, so you can calculate A at quarter span. Yes, have you got 43.2?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अभी EC कैसे कैलकुलेट करोगे? EC, what is the formula for EC? EC is equal to A minus E. So 43.2 minus 40. That is the eccentricity of midspan. Wait a minute. Yes, except at quarter span we got, what do you got EC at quarter span? 13.2, correct? Is it correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So EC at quarter span we got 13.2. Calculate at midspan. What you got A at midspan? 14.4 into e raised to 6 divided by 250 into e raised to 3. 57.6. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
At midspan.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what will be EC? A minus E. A is 57.6. E is 40 mm at midspan. So how much you got? 17.6.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Support को क्या
Yes,
मिला?
sir.
0.
0. It is support 0 because EC is also 0 and A is also 0. E is 0, A is 0. So AC will be 0. Correct na? Support
Yes,
में E is also 0. Then A is also 0 because movement is 0. So therefore AC will be 0. चलो अभी ड्रॉ करेंगे. Visible हो रहा है क्या? The screen is
हाँ,
visible.
sir.
Okay, चलो.
Yes, sir.
So we'll draw the pressure line in the diagram. चलो अभी देखो. ये हो गया. Okay. So next we have CGC. देखो कैसे ड्रॉ करना है. First draw the longitudinal section, then draw CGC. Okay. At support, I locate the point. So it is 0. Okay. Mid span में कितना है? It is 17.6. So I locate somewhere here. 17.6 somewhere here. Okay. Screen is visible now for everyone.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now at quarter span. Quarter span, how much we have got? EC 13.2. Okay. At quarter span 13.2. That is positive. Same I'll draw here. Same I'll draw here. अभी इसको मैं ज्वाइन करूंगा. करेक्ट हो गया. प्रॉब्लम इज ओवर. इट इज सो सिंपल. और कोई भी अगर मैं पूछता हूँ कैन यू सॉल्व इट करके कोई भी आंसर नहीं दे रहा है. नो वन इज ट्राइंग टू से यस सर करके. तो हियर इट इज 17.6. हियर इट इज 13.2. ज्योति नाइक.
Yes, sir.
ज्योति इतना टफ है क्या वो?
नहीं सर,
Try
वो
करती
क्वेश्चन
हूँ.
नहीं
sir.
देखा था. वो
हाँ?
क्वेश्चन नहीं देखा था.
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. Others, any doubt in this question? Aziz, you leave the meeting and again join. Then you can speak on mic. कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. You leave the meeting and join once again. हाँ. Then you can talk. Yes, बाकी लोग. राहुल नाइक, any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
प्रज्वल,
Hello, sir.
प्रभात,
Understood, sir. Understood.
understood. Natasha,
Yes, sir. Understood.
मयूर पटेल. मयूर पटेल.
Yes, sir.
अमावस्या पौर्णिमेला
Yes,
ये
sir.
तू क्लासला. हा, अमावस्या आणि पौर्णिमेला ये बघ क्लासला.
नाही सर, मी आहे की सर डेली.
हो, डेली कुठे आहेस गे?
सर लास्ट क्लास एवढं हे होतं सर.
हा,
Attend
मग
होतं.
तेच सांगलं की अमावस्या पौर्णिमेलाच ये तू.
नाही सर ते आजारी होतो म्हणून सर.
आजारी होतास म्हणून मोबाईल सोडून बसलेस का हातातला?
होय सर.
मग गर्लफ्रेंड बरोबर चॅटिंग करत बसला असेल की.
नाही हो सर, सिंगल आहे मी.
बरं आहे बरं आहे. अजीज शाह,
होय सर.
अजीज
यस सर.
अभी आ रहे कि नहीं आवाज?
हाँ सर. सर इसमें एक
Okay.
डाउट है सर.
हाँ पूछो पूछो.
सर वो एक्स वैल्यू 2000 कैसा आया सर?
अरे क्वार्टर स्पैन है ना.
हाँ
क्वार्टर स्पैन तो इधर 2000 आ गया ना. कहाँ गया वो? हाँ देख, टोटल स्पैन 8000 है.
हाँ सर.
8
हाँ
मीटर
सर.
है तो क्वार्टर स्पैन 2 मीटर हुआ.
हाँ सर.
हाँ इसीलिए 2000 लिया वो. एमएम में लिया वो सभी.
हाँ सर.
चलो ठीक है. तो दिस इज एंड ऑफ फर्स्ट मॉड्यूल. ओके.
Okay.
So after this we'll be discussing or we'll shifting to next module. So in the next module we have losses in pre-stress concrete and deflection. So from today's session I'll be starting with losses in pre-stress concrete. Okay, what are the different types of losses in pre-stress concrete? Okay, so just give me 2 minutes. So I'll share the screen here for losses. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, chalo.
Yes,
So
sir.
again, this is a very interesting model. Okay, so how the losses will takes place in the pre-stress concrete due to various parameters that we are going to discuss today. So uh, losses in pre-stress concrete. Okay, so loss is what here? What is loss? So as I told, the cable will be stretched. The cable will be stretched in the pre-stress concrete method. Okay, so because of various parameters like type of material, workmanship, or the system of pre-stressing, method of pre-stressing technique, because of that, whatever the tension applied in the tendon in the pre-stress concrete, the tension or the pre-stressing force P applied in the tendon may release some of the force during construction because of the various activities just now discussed, that is material, equipment, workmanship, techniques, system of processing. That is what loss. It will release some of the force. So that's why in the some of the problems I was discussing, PI and PF. What is that? P initial, P final. Initial pre-stressing, final pre-stressing. Even I discussed some of the problems like there is a loss of 15% in the pre-stressing. Okay. Even in assignment also I have mentioned one question. If there is a loss of 15%. Okay. So that is means what? The possibility, or it has been observed after the experience or conducting the number of experiments or works on site, in the laboratory, everywhere. So it has been observed that there will be some loss in the tendon, or there will be some relaxation in the tendon. Okay, so that's what will happen. There will be reduction in the pre-stressing force, or there will be loss of force transferred to the concrete. So that's why, as I told you, so we have calculated the stresses in the previous sessions with respect to initial pre-stress, final pre-stress. तो ये क्या है difference? Initial और final क्या है? When the force applied during the construction, it was initial. But at the transfer stage, when the force measured at the transfer stage, means what? When the dead load and the live load is considered. When the dead load and live load or a member or structure subjected to dead load, live load and other type of loads, that time when the final pre-stress measured, so there will be loss, or there was a difference between initial pre-stress and final pre-stress. So what is that? That is nothing but the loss in pre-stress. That is nothing but loss in pre-stress. So how this loss takes place, or what are the causes for loss in pre-stress, that we are going to discuss. Okay, and how to calculate those losses. Okay, that also we are going to discuss. So first loss is it is what? Loss due to elastic deformation of concrete. ये है first loss. Loss due to elastic deformation of concrete. First loss कैसे हो सकता है? One possibility is loss due to elastic deformation of concrete. So what will happen? The concrete undergo deformation due to applied compression. So देखो, for example, we have one pre-stressed concrete beam. So I'll just show you. Okay, suppose we have a pre-stressed concrete beam. Okay, with a tendon, the tendon. And this concrete is under compression because of the precessing force. So what? The concrete will undergo deformation due to applied compression, and this deformation leads to loss in strain in stressed tendon. तो क्या होगा देखो अभी concrete it is assumed to be at this location. उसके हिसाब से the precessing force is applied. Then what will happen due to compression? There is a change in the concrete properties or the concrete will deform. Abhi the original location of the concrete is here, but due to the applied compression on its end, the concrete may deform. So this will be the final position of the concrete. It was here, but due to compression, it has shifted here. It has shifted here. So क्या हुआ यहाँ पे? There is a deformation delta. There is a deformation delta. So अगर the concrete will shift inside, so what will happen? If it is deformed, तो क्या होगा? What will happen there? What will happen? Whatever the precessing force applied at this end, it has to shift. It has to shift. So during shifting, during the deformation of concrete, there will be loss of pre-stress in the tendon. There will be loss of pre-stress in the tendon. So what it is? The concrete will undergo deformation. The concrete deform elastically. The concrete deform elastically, and because of that, there will be loss in pre-stress. There will be loss in pre-stress, or there will be what? Loss in strain. Loss in strain or loss in strain. Loss of strain in pre-stress tendon. Okay. अभी देखो क्या strain कैसे होगा? What is strain? Change in length upon original length. Correct ना? What is strain? Change in length upon original length. Correct है ना formula? What is strain? That is change in length upon original length. So there is a change in length here, delta L, with respect to original length. तो क्या हुआ? There is a strain developed in the cable, in the stretched cable. तो क्या हुआ? Because of this, there will be loss. That is called as loss due to elastic deformation of concrete. समझ में आ रहा है सबको? Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes, anyone?
Yes, sir.
Clear हो गया ना? कैसे हो सकता है लॉस? ड्यू टू इलास्टिक डिफॉर्मेशन ऑफ कंक्रीट. ड्यू टू इलास्टिक डिफॉर्मेशन. अगर कंक्रीट डिफॉर्म होगा, अगर कंक्रीट कंप्रेस होगा बिकॉज ऑफ द कंप्रेशन फोर्स एट इट एंड्स, तो क्या होगा? यहाँ पे फोर्स रिलीज होगा. some amount of force will get released from the cable and there will be loss. So that is called as loss due to elastic deformation. Then next we have, the next loss is loss due to shrinkage. Loss due to shrinkage. First you understand the theory part. Second, loss due to shrinkage of concrete. Loss due to shrinkage of concrete. This is very simple. The concrete will shrink. Okay, जब concrete shrink होगा, तो concrete shrink होगा मतलब क्या? There will be deformation in the concrete. तो deform होगा तो again there will be loss in the stress. So here, so the shrinkage will be taken care because of many parameters. So first, due to method of concrete, depend upon method of concrete also concrete shrink. Then type of cement, आप कौन सा टाइप का सीमेंट यूज कर रहे हो उसके हिसाब से भी श्रिंकेज प्रॉपर्टी चेंज होगा. Then type of aggregate also. Then we have curing and so on and so on. Based on method of concreting, based on type of cement or type of aggregate, or based on the curing methods or curing period, whatever. So because of that, the concrete will shrink or it will deform, and because of that there will be loss in the stress. Okay, so that is called as loss due to shrinkage. So next we have loss due to creep, which is very important again, which is important. So that is third one is loss due to creep. Third loss is loss due to creep. Okay. So what is creep? Creep is a time dependent loss. It is not a immediate loss. क्या होता है? It is a time dependent loss, not an immediate loss. So what will happen? The deformation of concrete under sustained stress. This is very important. Under sustained stress or loading. The deformation takes place under sustained stress or loading. If load is applied for longer duration, अभी यहाँ पे देखो, because it is a pre-stress concrete system, तो इस केस में क्या होगा? The cable will be passed through the tendon, through the ducts. The cable will be passed through the section and the pre-stressing force applied at the ends. तो क्या होगा? This is throughout the lifespan. This force is applied what? It is throughout the lifespan. जब तक मेंबर रहेगा, जब तक स्ट्रक्चर रहेगा, तब तक ये लोड कंटिन्यूसली अप्लाई करते रहेगा. So that's what is called as sustained stress or loading. The load is sustained, not temporary. It is permanent. It is fixed. So due to that, what will happen? There will be deformation. There will be deformation due to sustained stress or loading. So क्या होगा? If load is applied for longer duration, that is throughout the lifespan, then there will be deformation with respect to time. So क्या होगा? There will be deformation with respect to time. So I'll give a small example. So you can immediate catch what is creep loss or creep failure. Have you visited any beach near the sea? Okay, if you stand over the sand, so that sea water will hit your legs and it will go back again. It will hit your legs and it will go back. So while going, you will feel that your legs are going down. Okay, your legs are settling into the sand. Have you felt that? Yes. Anyone? आपने feel किया क्या वो? Your
Yes,
answer,
sir.
please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I think maximum students have know that. जब आप sand पर रुकते हो and when the water hits, that sea water hits and go back, your legs will, you will feel that your legs are settling down. Okay, so that is what of when you stand continuously over the sand, तो क्या होगा? There will be a deformation in the sand. There will be a settlement in the sand. That is because of what? Sustained stress. Because it's a load is sustained over there. So that is for small duration. That is temporary. So same thing when the load applied at the ends for a longer duration throughout the lifespan. So तब क्या होगा सोचो. So same you can feel or you can imagine same thing will happen or the deformation will take place in the concrete. That is nothing but creep of concrete. समझ में आया ना? creep मतलब क्या होगा फिर? Understood? At least the example what I have given with respect to that you have to imagine. So that is called as loss due to creep. So concrete will deform due to permanent load or due to sustained stress, sustained loading for longer duration or throughout the lifespan. Understood? So that is called that loss due to creep. देखो अगर concrete deform हुआ तो क्या होगा? केबल ढीला पड़ जाएगा. So that time what will happen? Loss will take place. Okay. Yes, am I audible? Am I audible? Yes, anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, अभी
Yes.
I'll give one example यहाँ पे देखो. Okay. Yes. Let us assume this is as a tendon. इसको हम tendon करके assume करेंगे. Okay. This is a tendon. It is stretched, and these two ends are the concrete faces. We'll assume. Okay. Is it visible? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Visible हो रहा है? देखो. अभी it is like this. Okay. I'll stretch the tendon. We'll assume this as a tendon, and I lock it. देखो मैंने क्या किया, इसको stretch किया, इसको lock किया. It is anchored. Then what will happen? Due to creep, shrinkage or elastic deformation, the concrete will deform. Okay, due to creep or due to shrinkage or elasticity, the concrete will deform. अभी deform हुआ तो क्या होगा? देखो, see, I'll release. हाँ, I'll try to release. देखो क्या हो रहा है अभी, क्या हो गया अभी यहाँ पे? What has happened? Previously it was like this. Then if it is deformed, अगर deform हुआ तो क्या होगा? It will shrink or it will due to creep, it will deform like this. तो क्या होगा? The tendon ढीला पड़ा कि नहीं यहाँ पे? देखो, can you imagine? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Previously it was like this. It was fully tight. It was fully tight. देखो यहाँ पे पूरा tight था ये. It is totally tight. But अगर मैं इसको release करता हूँ due to deformation, if I release this, क्या हुआ देखो? There is not the whatever the required force is there. It is not applied in the concrete. Okay. The force was like this. The force required should be like this. It should be stretched like this. But due to deformation, क्या हुआ? Due to deformation, क्या हुआ? There is a relaxation in the stresses, or there is a loss. There is a loss in the stress. Okay, that is called as loss of stress in precious concrete. Okay. Now, अब तो clear हुआ? Yes. Anyone? Did you understood now? It is ultimately due to deformation in the concrete. Understood? Yes. Anyone? Please let
Yes,
me
sir.
know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Chalo. So next is the next loss is loss due to relaxation of steel. Okay. देखो यहाँ पे next है, the next loss is loss due to relaxation of steel. This is what loss due to relaxation of steel. Okay. And so what is this relaxation of? So this loss will taken care only in, it will take place only in post tension sections. This is first of all, let me check. Sorry, this will not be okay. This may happen in both. Okay, first due to relaxation of steel. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है? The tendon are stretched and tension for longer duration. Because of that, there will be deformation or elongation. That is called as a creep, which leads to relaxation of steel. अभी again I will give same example. Okay, अभी देखो एक टेंडन है, इसको मैंने I will stretch it. Again, what will happen? When I stretch this for longer duration throughout the lifespan, what will happen? The tendon may elongate beyond the limit. I have stretched like this only. But continuous, the load is applied for longer duration throughout the lifespan also. तो क्या होगा? The tendon may elongate due to its properties, or the steel may also go creep. The steel may go also creep because the load is for longer duration. So because of that, what will happen? Which leads to relaxation of steel. That is called as loss due to relaxation of steel. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? The tendon will be stretched for longer duration. So because of that, what will happen? The tendon may go, or tendon may feel a creep in its material. The tendon may feel creep in its material. So because of that, what will happen? There will be loss due to, and the steel will feel relaxed. And therefore there will be loss due to relaxation of steel. Okay. Then next we have loss due to anchorage slip. Next loss is loss due to anchorage slip. ये बहुत important है. This will offer only, this loss will be there only in post tension. Why? Can anyone tell me why it will be there only in post tension? This will be there only in post tension. This loss will be there only in post tension beams. Why? Can anyone answer this? It is very simple. Yes, anyone? Bharti?
Yes, sir.
Why it will be only in post tension beams?
Sir, because in post tension beam, first the cable is put and then we have to place the concrete. Then we fix the cable and then we have like using that anchorage we tighten the
very
cable.
good, very good. Yes, very good, very good. Because अभी देखो मैंने आपको बोला है there are two types of construction, pre tension, post tension. Pre tension में क्या होता है? The cable will be stretched, then concrete will be placed. उसके बाद cable को रिलीज किया जाता है. Okay, so when the concrete reaches the hardened stage, the cable will release from the ends. So what will happen? The bond between concrete and tendon itself lock the tendon. There will be no need of anchoring. There will be no need of locking of the cable. But post tension में क्या होता है? The cable will be passed through the tendon, the ducts or the shafts, because concreting will be done before stretching the cable. So in the concreting, the duct will be provided, and through that duct the cable will be passed. After that, what will happen? The cable is stretched. When you release that cable, what will happen? The cable try to go inside of the duct. So the duct is open. Okay. So to avoid that, the cable need to be anchored at the ends. Okay. The cable need to be anchored at the ends. So I discuss about the different systems of anchoring also. Can you name it? Freycinet system, G4 Dudal. Then I discuss about some another two methods also. Okay, Freycinet, G4 Dudal, and I could not remember those. So 4 method I told. Okay, those methods are help to anchor the cable. So इस केस में loss कैसे होगा? Anchorage slip means what will happen? There will be slip in the grip of wedge. Okay, अभी देखो कैसे fix करते हैं, मैंने आपको already बोला है. How the cable will be fixed. Okay, so in the beam, duct will be provided to pass the cable. Okay, the duct. Then the cable will be passed through the ducts. Cable इसको pass किया जाता है. The cable will be passed through the ducts. Okay, and here at the ends, what they do? This type of opening will be provided. Here to lock, and the cable will be stretched. उसके बाद a conical wedge will be there, fixed up a wedge, which is passed through the cable, and it will be bring it here. ऐसे रहता है वो, इसी shape का रहता है. So it will be passed through the cable, okay, and it will be bring it here, and it will be fixed inside. So उसको that will be fixed inside here. Whatever the space provided in between that, it will be fixed like this. Okay, it will fix like this to lock the cable. Okay, so that is called as conical wedge. What will happen? The cables will be tensioned and locked or anchored at the ends with the help of conical wedge. So this is a conical wedge. You can see this is a conical wedge. There will be slip in the grip of wedge. So क्या होगा? Possibility will be there will be slip in the anchoring, or there will be slip in the lock system. There will be possibility of slip. Okay, so what will happen? Due to slip in the grip of wedge, because of this there will be loss. तो क्या होगा? अगर wedge इसको रिलीज करेगा, केबल को रिलीज करेगा inside the duct, then there will be loss. So that is called as loss due to anchorage slip. There will be slip in the cable. Okay, that is called as loss due to anchorage slip, and this will be there only in post tension system. Okay, post tension system. Then we have next, the last is loss due to friction. Next is loss due to friction. This will occur only in for post tension only. अभी बोलो, why this will appear only in post tension beam? Why this will appear only in post tension beam? कोई बोल सकता है? You can correlate this. Yes, anyone? What will happen here? What will happen here? The tendons are passed through the ducts, which are pre-performed or prefabricated into the concrete. The ducts are either straight, so the possibility the ducts are straight, or just now I discussed one problem for parabolic profile. So tendons will be the profile will be parabolic also. देखो ऐसा parabolic भी हो सकता है, ऐसा नहीं कि straight ही होगा. देखो अभी just now I have solved one problem for pressure line method. In that case, the tendon was parabolic. Okay, so suppose if it is straight, or it may be parabolic also, or with some other shape, triangular shape, trapezoid shape. What will happen? Depending upon the design requirement. So it will be dependent upon the design requirement. So because of this, when the tendon is tensioned through the duct, there will be loss of stress. There will be loss of stress in the member due to friction between tendon, and there will be loss of stress. कैसे loss होगा? There will be loss of stress. देखो अभी अगर tendon profile parabolic है, okay, if the tendon profile is parabolic, and this is a duct, and through that you have passed the cable. Okay, so क्या होगा? When this is stretched from the ends, this will be stretched at the ends, so there will be friction between these two faces. There will be friction between the duct or the surrounding concrete and tendon. There will be friction between the duct and the surrounding concrete, and due to that, what will happen? There will be loss in post tension beam section. There will be loss in post tension beam section. Understood how the loss will take place in? That is due to friction. Yes, is it clear? So to imagine that, देखो, there is a duct. Ducts में आप जब केबल पास करते हो, जब उसको stretch करते हो, तो क्या होगा? Stretch करने के बाद क्या होगा? The tendon try to attach or get shifted to the surrounding concrete or the duct. So there, because of that, there will be friction. There will be friction in the duct. So that is called as loss due to friction. That is called as loss due to friction. Clear? Is it clear? Yes. Anyone? Anyone having doubt? Yes. Do you have any doubts? Anyone?
No, sir. All clear.
Prabhat? Prabhat?
Understood, sir. Understood, sir.
Pradeep?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay. Kiran 12%. You are not allowed for exam. Krishan Vernekar, Kishore Vernekar. Any doubt? Any doubt, Kishore Vernekar? Okay. So now we'll discuss about the methods or the number of equations which are provided by the code for the calculation of these stresses. Okay, for the calculation of these stresses. So I'll share the screen here. Wait a minute. Share the screen. Yes. Can you see the screen? So here, first, as I told you, loss due to elastic deformation. So these are the equation you have to use for calculation of losses. So for pre-tension PSC beam, we have this equation. Okay. So where M is what? Modular ratio. That is the ratio of modulus of elasticity of steel divided by modulus of elasticity of concrete. Then we have for post-tension beams. Okay. First for pre-tension beams and next is post-tension. So here we have the important notes. That is, if all the cables are pulled simultaneously, then there is no loss of pre-stress. देखो, अगर there are number of cables in the beam, okay, so अगर सभी cables at a time stretch करते हैं, so there will be no loss. But if the cables are pulled one by one, there will be loss of pre-stress. Okay, so this you have to keep it in the mind. Whether it will be mentioned in the question, okay, whether the cables are pulled simultaneously or one by one cables are pulled. So that time you have to calculate the loss. Then we have loss due to shrinkage. Okay, that is epsilon CS into ES. Epsilon CS is shrinkage strength, which is given. So it is 0.003 for pre-tension beam, and it is 0.0002 divided by log of T plus 2. Okay, so what is T? T is the age of concrete. Okay, then we have loss of creep. You can calculate by using these two. That is using creep coefficient and using the ultimate creep strain. You can calculate by using both the methods. Then we have loss due to anchorage slip. So this is the equation for anchorage slip, and the amount of slip should be given in the problem. And this is for only post-tension beam. Okay. Then we have loss due to friction. This will be also in post-tension beam. Okay. So that is like P naught into bracket of mu alpha plus K into X. So these things will be given in the question. You can calculate. So again here, the important is the two categories. If the cable is pulled at one end, well, if the cable is pulled at only one end, you can see this is the pulling of cable only at one end. There is no pulling of cable on both the sides. But if you see here, if the cable is pulled on both ends, same, it will be there on this side also. At that time, there will be small change in the formula. So for that, you have to take slope is equal to 4E by L, and alpha is equal to 2 times slope. Okay. Then, if the cable is pulled from both ends, so slope is equal to alpha. Okay, slope will be equal to alpha. But here it will be 2 times slope. Okay, alpha is equal to 2 times slope, but here alpha is equal to slope. Then we have loss due to relaxation. So this will be given. There will be loss of 8%. So you can easily find out what is the, suppose if the pre-stress is 100 Newton per mm square, and if it is mentioned like there is a loss of 10% due to relaxation. So what will be the loss? Only 10 Newton per mm square will be the loss due to anchorage or loss due to relaxation of steel. Loss due to relaxation of steel means कितना हुआ loss? Out of 100 Newton per mm square, 10 Newton per mm square is lost due to relaxation. Okay, so these are the given equations or the formulas for the calculation of different type of losses. Okay, so this thing is, shall we continue or shall we stop here for the solution of problems? It is
Stop,
based on
sir.
your, हाँ? Stop
सर अभी
करेंगे?
आई के बाद कंटिन्यू करूंगा. यस सर.
कब? आई के बाद.
आई. यस सर.
कल नहीं लेंगे क्लास, कल एग्जाम है ना.
कल आए हैं ना. हाँ सर.
ठीक है चलो ओके चलो. हाँ, यू मे लीव द मीटिंग. हाँ चलो.